Assalamu alaikum, dear students. Hope you all are fine and in good health. Welcome to Zoom online class. I'm your science teacher, and today is the summary lecture of unit number 1, that is cells, tissue, and organ. So, students, let us discuss that what is cell. As you all know that cells are the basic building blocks of all organisms, both animals and plants. They both have cells. However, animals and plant cells differ in some aspects. Look at the list below. Note the basic differences between animal cell and plant cell. So animal cell and plant cells, they are different from each other. How? Now look at this sketch below. Like animal cell contain nucleus, cell membrane, cytoplasm and vacuole. But when we talk about the plant cell, a plant cell contain nucleus, cell membrane, cytoplasm, vacuole, but they also contain cell wall and chloroplast. Whereas when you look at the animal cell, there is no cell wall and there is no chloroplast, right? Both animals and plant cells feature a nucleus. A nucleus controls all the activities of the cell, and they also contain both animals and plant cell also contain cell membrane, cytoplasm, and vacuole. Although the vacuole in animal cell is always much smaller than the vacuole in plant cell. Like in a plant cell, it is a bag-like structure, and the vacuole is big as compared to the animal cell. In addition, plant cells have a cell wall and chloroplast, whereas in animal cell there is no cell wall and there is no chloroplast. Each cell components perform a particular task. As we know that cell contain a cytoplasm, nucleus, cell membrane, chloroplast, cell wall, and vacuole. Now let us talk about the cytoplasm. Why cytoplasm is important? The cytoplasm is important because this is where the basic reactions of the cells take place. It is water-based and substances are dissolved in it. When we talk about the nucleus contains all the genetic information needed to make a new copy of the cell or organism. The cell's activities are controlled by the nucleus. Like your all activities are controlled by the brain. So here in the cell, all the activities are controlled by the nucleus. The cell membrane. The cell membrane that is present in animal cell and plant cell, they act like a filter or a sieve, which allows certain substances to pass in and out of the cell. Small molecules such as water and oxygen move easily through the membrane. So the function of the cell membrane is that it is acting like a filter, that it has to allow certain substances to pass in and out of the cell. Chloroplast. Chloroplasts are found in the green plant cell, right? They contain chlorophyll, which trap the sunlight energy to make food for the plant. Like you know that plants make their food with the process of photosynthesis, and they need chlorophyll as well, right? So chloroplast is present in plant cell, and they contain a chlorophyll which traps sunlight energy to make food for the plant. Cell wall. It is present in plant cell, but it is absent in animal cell. So they are found in the plant cell. They are made up of cellulose and provide the solid framework for the content of the cell to push against. This means that plant can grow very tall without needy bones for support. Vacuole. The vacuole is present in animal cell and in plant cell, and the vacuole contains a watery solution in which substances are stored. So vacuole can also be used for storing waste. As you know that when the cells they combine together, they form tissues, And when the tissues they combine together, they form organs, and when organs they combine together, they form organ system. So a group of cells of the same type which are performing the same function is called tissues. When group of same cells they group together, what is formed? Tissue is formed. So a group of cells of the same type which are performing the same function is called a tissue. An example of a tissue is muscle, which contracts to allow movement of the body. Nerve cells. Nerve cells communicate to send messages around the body. You have nerve cells as well. So what are the function of these cells? They will communicate and they send the messages all in your body. And in a plant, palisade cells are found in the leaves. They are specialized, containing many chloroplasts to make food for the plant by the process of a photosynthesis. So photosynthesis, that it is the process by which plants make their food, right? Now, you know that cells combine together to form tissues, and tissues combine to form organs, and organs combine and they work together, they form organ system. So let us discuss that how the system is formed. Like organs are made from different tissues which are coordinated to work together. Like take an example of a heart. Now this heart is an organ and it contains many different tissues such as nerve tissue, fat tissue and epithelial tissue. These tissues are present in your heart. But it is mainly made up of a cardiac muscles tissue. When we talk about the other organs, like kidney is also an organ, the blood and the liver. So organs are made from the different tissues which are coordinated to work together. Organs work together as organ system, the digestive system which enable us to break down our food and absorb into the bloodstream is made up of many different organs such as pancreas, stomach and liver. So there are different types of an organ system like digestive system, respiratory system, circulatory system, skeletal system, muscular system, reproductive system and nervous system. So students, do remember the cell is the basic structural and the function unit of a living organism. So whenever the cells combine together, they will form tissues and tissue will form organ, and when the organs they work together, they form an organ system. So cytoplasm is also present in both plants and animal cell. What is cytoplasm? It is a jelly-like substance between the nucleus and the cell membrane. Various cell organelles like ribosomes, mitochondria, endoplasm rectilium, etc. are suspended in the cytoplasm. So what cytoplasm do? It helps in the exchange and storage of substances among the cell organelles. So these ribosomes, mitochondria, they are all the organelles. They are found inside the cytoplasm. What is the important function of this cytoplasm? The cytoplasm is responsible for holding the components of the cell and protect them from the damage. It stores the molecules required for cellular process and is also responsible for giving the cell its shape, right? So the important function of the cytoplasm is to hold the components that are present inside the cell and protect them from the damage. Where it is present? As I have told you, the cytoplasm is contained within the cells, whether it is an animal cell or a plant cell, and in the space between the cell membrane and the nuclear membrane. So students, cytoplasm is a gelatinous liquid that fills the inside of a cell. It is composed of water, salt and various organic molecules. Some intracellular organelles such as the nucleus and mitochondria are enclosed by membrane that separate them from the cytoplasm. Now students, let us discuss your work from home. that is June task 2021. That is chapter number 1, cells, tissues and organ. So here you have 5 questions. Question number 1 is what is cytoplasm? 2 is define tissue, give 2 examples. 3, name different organ system in human body. 4, define organ system. And number 5 is arrange these body parts in order of their size and level of organization. Organ, tissue, cell and organ system. So you have 5 questions for your June task. So students, first of all, before starting your work from home, what you have to do, you have to give the heading of work from home June 2021 on a new page, and after that you have to start your June task, right? So first, on a new page, give the heading work from home June 2021, and after that start your question number 1. So you also have to give the heading first of all of short question, and then the question number 1. Look at the screen and see the pattern, how you are going to attempt the answer. Your first question is what is cytoplasm? Give the heading of a cytoplasm with a blue marker in a capital letter and make a sketch with a black pointer. Do the shading in the heading as well. Double underline the headings, draw the margin line, and then start your work, okay? Then you have to attempt this answer in points. First is cytoplasm is a jelly-like substance which makes up most of the cell in both plants and animals. Number 2 point is it is a part of the cell membrane between cell membrane and nucleus. Number 3, it contains a number of small structures called organelles. So you must have to highlight the word as well, right? Like you have to highlight jelly-like, nucleus and organelles. These words must be highlighted. Then on the second page you must have to draw a block of 5 lines. Give the heading of animal cell with a black marker and draw the diagram of an animal cell to show the cytoplasm. All this diagram must be with a black pointer, and do the shading as well. Then leave a line and start your question number 2, that define tissue, give 2 examples. Again leave a line and give the heading of tissue in a capital letters, and your heading should touch the above line. Draw the sketch as well. Do the shading in the sketches. Give 2 finger gap and start writing the answer. Cells of the same type usually group together to form tissue. Then you have to give the examples. That following are the examples of the plant tissue. One is epidermal tissue and the second one is supporting tissue. After completing each question, you have to draw the full ending line, right? Then again leave a line and give the heading of question number 3. Name different organ system in human body, and then you have to again give the heading of organ system, right, with a blue marker, and draw the sketch with a black pointer. Clear? And you must have to do the shading in the heading and double underline all the headings. Then give a 2 finger gap and write following are the organ systems in human body, and you can write the 7 systems on your neat copy. That is excretory system, respiratory system, digestive system, nervous system, skeletal system, reproductive system and circulatory system. Again, after completing the question, draw the double underline. That is full ending line, right? Draw full ending line. Then question number 4, define organ system. Again give the heading organ system, and you have to define the organ system, that what is organ system. So give 2 finger gap and write it describes a number of different organs which work together to carry out a particular body function. And the examples are respiratory system, skeletal system, excretory system, nervous system and digestive system. Again draw full ending line and start writing question number 5. Arrange these body parts in order of their size and level of organization. Organ, tissue, cell and organ system. So give a heading, see the pattern on your screen, that how this heading is given. Draw the sketch as well. You can draw different sketches, but that should be very neat, right? And must shade all the headings. Double underline the heading, draw the proper margin line, mention the day and date, okay, on your each page. Okay, so after giving the heading, give a 2-finger gap, start writing. Following is the arrangement of body parts. So first, as you know that there is always a cell, second is tissue, then third is organ, and the fourth one is organ system. So after completing this answer, draw the full ending line. Make sure that your work should be very neat and clean. So students, your today's diary is your homework diary is that you have to attempt question number 1, 2 and 3 on a neat notebook. Your question number 1 is that what is cytoplasm, 2 is define tissues, give 2 example, and the question number 3 is name different organ system in human body. So you have to do 3 questions in your neat notebook, question number 1, 2 and 3. So dear students, I hope you understood all the lecture. Thank you so much. Stay home, stay safe. Allah Hafiz.